Move out to lane 4, Texas A&M, the Aggies. They will start off with Bryce Deadmon and go to Kyrie Johnson, Yololo Izu, and then Devin Dixon. They have run 3:01:13 this year. They won the SEC conference meet, and they have credit for the world record from finishing second at the NCAA Indoor Championships. LSU in lane 5. They have the number 5 time in the country this year, just under 3:02 at 3:01:98. Janoy Thompson leading off, Corian Mosby second, Bernard Howell, and then Jaron Flournoy.
Another team to keep an eye on out there in lane 6 is University of Houston. This is Amir Latin. Kind of had a disastrous first day, didn't get through on the 110-meter hurdles. And then he purposely false started out of the 400-meter hurdle, but it'll be Amir Latin to Tremaine Jefferson, to Mario Burke, to Kamari Montgomery. Now, if Houston had a chance and an opportunity to be in this race, we would have seen Cameron Burrell in this lineup.
Things have gone a little bit better for Houston by way of how Amir Latin did the first day, and Brian Barraza had been able to finish in that steeplechase. This may have been a race for the team title with Houston right in the middle of it.
But I think this goes to show you've got to get some field event people over there in Houston. You see just Georgia, what a complete victory this is going to be. You kind of discounted them just a little bit because they didn't have a lot of guys in the sprinting events.
There's Michael Norman, who ran 43:61 to win his 400-meter title. Right next to him on his right, our left, Grant Holloway, our hurdle winner. He's now 4 for 4 in NCAA finals in the hurdles. And that's what really doomed Florida. They had very, very bad luck in the field events. Grant Holloway, the SEC champion, twice over 27 feet just 2.5 weeks ago, did not score in the long jump. They did not get the points from the triple jump they expected. They got no points in the high jump. So they brought the people. They just did not have a good meet. The 2-time defending champion Florida Gators will regroup for next year. Could be in the 90s next year in Austin like it is right now. From the inside out, it is Stanford at 1, Baylor, USC, then Texas A&M, LSU, Houston, and on the outside, Arkansas and Florida. Remember, Florida got through on a timed qualifier because that first heat was stacked, and they finished 3rd behind A&M and USC.
Well, USC, after that race, said that they were willing to do whatever it took to get through because they knew that semifinal was so loaded. They knew it was going to take a very fast time, and everybody gave a great effort to do so.
I'm sure our viewers are aware of this, but I've got to say it. They will stay in their lanes this entire first leg. Then when they pass the baton, the outgoing runner will stay in their lane through the turn and then break for the pole on the backstretch. And the first team to pass, Texas A&M. Followed closely by USC, just to their inside.
45-70 for Ricky Morgan Jr.
And Ry Benjamin lengthens out those legs. And he is trying to hold off Kyrie Johnson, I believe is who it's supposed to be, but we never know what happens with these lineups. But we know that's Ry Benjamin for University of Southern California in second. So it's USC, A&M, LSU, and now the Florida Gators into 4th. Houston 5th. Ry Benjamin will hand off to Zach Shinnick. And for A&M, it's supposed to be Yololo Izu, which it is. And for LSU, Bernard Howell.
USC Ry Benjamin, 43-52 on that leg.
So Zach Shinnick hanging on to that lead for the Trojans. A&M trying to make a move to close the gap, then LSU, and then Florida. Shinnick lifted nicely into the home stretch. He will hand off to sensational sophomore Michael Norman. Devin Dixon gets the stick for A&M after a little bit of a bobble. LSU in third. That is Jerome Flournoy. And for Florida, it's Grant Holloway on the anchor.
45.93 for Zach Shinnick. And just think it's fantastic the way USC keeps the baton moving through the exchange. So the outgoing runner pushes hard for 2 strikes, reaches back. That baton doesn't slow down at all.
Devin Dixon trying to close that gap to Michael Norman, but it almost isn't fair. Dixon is a very good 400-meter runner and a great 800-meter runner, but look at Norman. He wants to break 3 minutes.
The other gear that we talked about in the open.
And he's going to do it, and it's a collegiate record. 2:58.99. Now 2:59 flat. Collegiate record for Norman, the 400. Collegiate record for Ry Benjamin, the 400 hurdles. And now for the USC Trojans, a collegiate record in the 4x400. And it's a Hayward Field record as well. A&M gets second and breaks 3 minutes. That's never happened before.
43.60 for Michael Norman on that anchor leg. And you saw 75 meters out. Just another gear completely.
He was going for it all the way. First exchange.
Ricky Morgan Jr. had a nice run to Ry Benjamin, and Ry Benjamin said earlier in the meet, he said, we'll see who has the fastest split in the 4x4. These guys are just next level athletes. When Quincy Watts says these guys are ahead of the curve, those kind of accolades mean so much more. Shinnick had a fantastic run. And you wondered, what was there to run for? The team title is out of reach. Well, let's run our very best. Let's run for pride. Let's run for the record.
Norman runs 1/100 slower in the relay than he did in the open. He runs 43.62. Devin Dixon splits 43.93. The half miler with sub 44 relay speed. USC collegiate record.